All right, ready. I mean, I'm as ready as I'll be, I guess.
Right.
Going live. You're live.
Hey, we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this very live version of the Educated Barfly. This is not something that I've done in a very long time, since the pandemic kind of winded down and Marius and I were able to get into a room together and shoot. But today we have a very special episode, and I have a very special guest with me. So this is Lucas Assis. He is an Instagram tequila guru, and he has a very great Instagram, so go check it out. It's at Lucas Assis?
Yeah, at the Lucas Assis.
At the Lucas Assis, the one and only. He makes some really great content, and he's going to be judging some cocktails with me today. So for those of you guys that don't know, we ran a competition on the Discord, and the Discord admins were the ones that kind of judged all the cocktails. We had hundreds of entries. They narrowed it down to 3. Today, I'm going to be making those 3 cocktails, and then Lucas and I are going to be tasting those cocktails, assessing them, and then crowning a winner. So I have all the stuff here, and I don't know. I think we're going to just kind of just get right into it, because we've only got about an hour today, and we've got 3 cocktails to get through. And then I just want to give a special shout out to our Discord admins, especially Ryland. Send more aquavit. Is it send more aquavit or send more amaro? Send more aquavit. It's very, very, very strong aquavit enthusiast there. Okay, so special shout out to Ryland. We're going to do this in a very, and it's just like not a very formal way today. I'm going to pull up the email. I'm going to kind of read through the inspiration behind these cocktails. Shout out the people who made the cocktails. Then I will make them for us. I'm going to have to run around and get ice and stuff, but and then we'll taste them, yeah?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, let's do it. Okay, so. Yes, sir.
Just checking the VR live. There's like 3 people here.
There's only 3 people here?
Yep.
Well.
That I can see. Anybody else can see?
I mean, we haven't done one in so long that maybe only 3 people are going to show up, So, first cocktail up is called the Fall of Icarus.
All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Educated. I'm just going to wait on Marius.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to where is our...
Do I have to do that all again?
Maybe. Where do you even find the...
I mean, I know it's been like a while since we've done a live, but it hasn't been that long. It's only been a couple of years, man.
Yeah.
I mean, out of the people that subscribe to this channel, I was hoping that we could pull more than 3. I know it's Saturday night and people are going out, but...
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Okay, it's still, I think we might have to, why is it set to private?
Next time I'm just going to do this on my phone. I'll give you a second. Let's give Marius a second. Drink some Topo Chico, hang out, relax.
Exactly. Yeah, I was trying to see it on my phone, but I didn't see it either.
It would give you weird feedback if you had your voice, like if you had volume on anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It would get weird
no, but I was
feedback.
trying to see if it said you're live on my phone.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean? On the YouTube app, didn't say it.
I mean,
But it was live at one point, and then or public, and then I took it down because.
Oh, got it.
So all right, now.
Do we have to do the whole thing over again?
Yes. So.
Oh, here we go. Now we're live. Now we're
it pops
now
up.
we're,
All right,
we're live.
cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So. Okay. Should we wait till the room populates?
Yes.
How many people are here?
I see 3.
So why don't you just put up a waiting screen? Let's just wait till it populates a little. If it will populate, I don't know.
All right, now. Darren's here. The people are popping in.
Darren's here. Cool. All right, we're gonna wait for a little while, guys, so that the room populates before we do this. I'm gonna burp rudely into my microphone because I'm drinking.
I know.
I gotta say, I was I was really against Topo Chico
Really?
for a while. I'm a big Jarritos fan.
Okay.
And Jarritos has a really, really good amount of salt in it. And so I feel like it's really flavor enhancing when you put it in
Yeah.
cocktails. And to me, in my mind, Topo Chico was sort of like Badois. Have you ever had Badois? It's like
No.
lightly sparkling French water. So it's
Okay.
French mineral water, but it's
Okay.
lightly sparkling. And the thing about Jarritos that I really like about it is that it almost hurts to drink it
Right.
because it's so, the CO2 is so powerful in it, you know?
It's a little spicy.
And in my mind, Topo Chico was kind of like the Mexican Badois. It was just sort of like this lightly sparkling mineral water. And for some reason, I had put it in my head that it didn't have salt in it. And so I was like, why is everybody making like ranch waters
Right.
in this like lightly sparkling water that doesn't have any salt?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it like, I was like, I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to do it with Jarritos instead. And I was like, and everyone's going to shit all over me because I'm doing it with Jarritos. And
There's
not
like
with
this
Topo
cult
Chico.
following with Topo Chico, right?
Well, not only that, but
Really?
also like, I don't know, there's this whole idea of traditionalism in cocktail culture that I really don't like.
Yeah.
And so people are like, that's not an old fashioned, you made it with tequila. Or
Right.
that's not a sidecar because it doesn't have this. And then
Yeah.
people would be like, that's not a ranch water because you're not using Topo Chico.
sure.
As if Topo Chico is so different from any other soda
Right.
water that you're going to be able to tell. Like if you put it in a glass and made it like a highball without it actually in the bottle, which is what everyone's doing. And
Yeah.
for some reason, those videos are getting like 1.5 million
Yeah,
views.
I have one of those.
Right. So like, no, not only that, but cocktail chemistry does too. It's
Right,
like,
yeah,
when,
yeah.
yes, Marius.
Oh, we've been live this whole time.
That's
There are
cool.
There are people here, so we can probably introduce the.
Okay, great. All right.
Cool.
This live stream is not, it has nothing to do with Topo Chico, but I want to finish this thought really quickly. But I'm totally wrong about Topo Chico. It does have salt, and it's a very powerful, sparkling
Right.
water. So I don't know, keep making your ranch waters in this, I
I
guess.
love it. I'm a big fan.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the live edition of the Educated Barfly. It's been a while since we've done something like this. I'm actually a little nervous because it's been 2 years since we've been live. I have a very special guest with me. This is Lucas Assis. He is an Instagram tequila guru. He has an awesome Instagram account. You guys should go check him out at the Lucas Assis. It's all, not all, but mostly tequila. What is it? Tell us
Yeah.
about your
Yeah,
Instagram.
I call it like agave stories and cocktails. So I do a little bit of like the classic cocktails. My emphasis is definitely like Mexican spirits, mostly agave for sure, but not just tequila, not just mezcal, but raicilla, bacanora, all the things that revolve around making agave spirits in Mexico.
That's awesome. This is a guy that I go to learn about tequila because honestly, I don't have the biggest background in agave. I was really like a gin guy and a whiskey guy when I was bartending. I have since fallen down the rum rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And have now my rum collection is. It's almost disgusting how much rum I have in this place. Okay, so today we are doing a very special edition of Barfly where we're going to be judging 3 cocktails. For those of you guys that didn't know, for those of you guys that don't know, we did a Discord cocktail competition, and our really awesome Discord admins were the ones that kind of ran the contest, and they took in all the hundreds of cocktails that came in and they narrowed them down to 3. And then so today I'm going to do 3, and I brought in Lucas as like an impartial judge. So we're going to taste through these cocktails together and we are going to crown a winner. I was going to try and get Ryland, who deserves a very special shout out, which is the admin on our Discord that was running this whole thing and really took the lead on it. Onto the show today. We could not figure out the Skype call-in thing, so that is not going to happen. Unfortunately, I will try and get it together a little bit better for future live streams. Yeah, and I guess without further ado, we're going to make the cocktails. Do you got anything that you want to impart, Marius, since you're mic'd up and ready to go?
No, I think we're good.
All right, cool. So I'm going to do this in a really informal way. I don't want to be, super, I don't know, whatever about it. So I'm just going to pull up the emails. So I got an email from Ryland. We're going to talk a little bit about each cocktail, where it came from, its inspiration, and then I'm going to get into making it. So the first cocktail is called the Fall of Icarus. It's by John Stanis. It has a Z at the end of it, and I do very badly with last names with lots of consonants at the end.
Yeah.
So, I have a friend named Gabby who has this really confusing Polish last name,
Yeah.
and it's it's pronounced Mawarchik, but it's spelled like MLARZYXZXYZ.
Yeah.
X.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
What? How do you? No. Yeah. Not
Right.
good with those either.
So John Staniz and John Stevenson. This is what they say about their cocktail. They wanted to take an idea of a classic tiki cocktail and create something more contemporary. We knew we needed to keep the rum, lime, and sugar for it to feel right, while also creating something that we felt was truly unique. We are both in love with Green Chartreuse.
Nice.
And almost as a joke, we thought, what would a tiki drink with that look like? The trick was trying to find a way to incorporate Green Chartreuse without overpowering the cocktail, while also making sure it had a strong presence. We are also big fans of cocktails with EggWhite, so we thought we would experiment with Green Chartreuse foam, and what that would taste like. Turns out it tastes great, which, I mean, that sounds like it tastes great.
It does, yeah.
This is going to be a really big swing cocktail, though, because you'll see how it turns out. So, they want to splitting the lime juice between a foam layer and another base layer to isolate the flavor of the chartreuse while keeping the balance of the rum, lime, demerara, and aperol for a welcoming tiki original with a twist. Okay, the addition of the cinnamon is an almost purely olfactory component, which we can get into a little bit.
Right.
You know, the olfactory component. The addition of this, the progression of the drink from the initial cinnamon on the nose to a light and silky chartreuse foam, then onto the base of the cocktail, make it a wonderful experience. Okay, so Marius, while I am making this cocktail, can you please go in the house and get an egg, or two? Get 2 eggs, please. Of course, I forget stuff all the time. And we're going to do this. So there is a stirred layer
Okay.
and a shaken layer to this cocktail.
All right.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to stir the stirred layer. We're going to put it in a glass, and then we're going to layer the foam, which we do separately on top. Okay.
Okay.
This is a big swing cocktail, I got to say. I really have to say. So this is what we got to do. So we've got to, and they want a reverse dry shake. Okay. All right, we can do that. No matter how I feel about it. Okay,
I was gonna ask, but maybe not now.
no, we're going to do it. We're going to do it exactly as the creators intended it, so that we can taste it in a fair way.
Yeah.
Okay, so Plantation 3-star, 2 ounces. And this is all going, so wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So we've got the rum, Aperol, and 0.25 ounces of lime juice and Demerara syrup stirred. Okay, so we're going to do a double amount here. So 4 ounces of rum.
Got it.
So they're stirring their citrus cocktail, which we did a video on a little while ago. How much Aperol? 0.75 Aperol. So 1.5 ounces. Kind of failed you on the label out there, guys. But, you know, I don't work in a bar anymore.
Right.
So. And then we're going to do some. Well, I guess we're going to be hand pressing our juice here. Thank you, sir. I have my chamber juicer here. Do I? Yeah, I do. Oh, even better. Even better. You don't have a juicer like this.
I don't have one, but I've always seen you use it, and I'm always like, I need to get one of those.
It is it is awesome. So what did it say? It said 0.25 of the
lime juice?
Of the lime juice. So we're going to do 1/2 ounce. Just make sure 0.25 of the lime juice. Yeah, so 1/2 ounce of lime. And then Demerara.
Okay.
So the Demerara, we're doing 2 bar spoons. So 4 bar spoons. get some ice.
Yep.
So, Lucas,
Yeah.
if you want to do something, do you want to prep the egg foam while I stir
Sure.
this cocktail?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you the specs here. Here's
Okay.
this. You can use the other side of the cutting board here.
Okay.
Here's your eggs.
All right.
Separate your whites however you want to do it.
So both two separated
We're gonna
two egg
do
whites?
yeah. So this is how I'm gonna just read it to you right now, real
Okay.
quick. Okay. So we do in the shaker add green chartreuse, which is 1.5 ounces. So you're gonna do 3 ounces of green chartreuse. So here's your chartreuse. What do you like? You like this guy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 ounces of green chartreuse, 1 ounce of lime, and an egg white. So
Okay. One egg
so
white.
1 ounce of lime and then two egg whites.
for-
Two egg whites.
For the two cocktails. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that might be a little overkill. We'll see. I mean, like,
Is there a trash here for the
yeah,
egg whites?
right there.
Oh,
That's the trash.
there it is.
Put this in the freezer so we don't lose our ice. I should have given myself a mag stirrer, but that's okay. It's just going to be kind of big. Seems like it's going to be a very big cocktail.
I know, especially with all the layers. Let's see how.
So I was thinking of doing it in like a footed rocks glass, but I don't think we have two. And then not only that, but I don't think they're like they're not voluminous enough.
Okay.
I think so. I
Right.
think maybe. What glassware are we going to use for this? I mean, I love that guy, but I don't know if that guy's going to. Should I just do coupes? Like, no, a 6 ounce coupe's not going to take it though. That's going to be too small.
Right. Huh.
There we go.
How much of the lime was it again?
I mean, these are not. Let's do those.
Yeah.
How much lime?
Yeah.
1 ounce.
1 ounce of lime. 1 ounce total, right?
1 ounce total, yeah. It's like 3 ounces of chartreuse, 1 ounce of lime, and then 2 egg whites.
Nice. Cool. And then they said reverse dry shake the foam.
Yep. So here, you want to do? Do you want to do a big rock ice? Or do you want to do like in a cheater cube, or do you want to do like small ice? It's up to you.
I'll do one big one. Usually is what I.
So you do that, and then like if you want to do like a couple of these guys,
Yeah.
there,
You got it.
and then here, let me give you a tin to strain it in.
Okay.
Well, because you're gonna have to strain it out, right? So yeah.
Right.
So let's give you like a tin to strain it into.
Cool. And then I'll shake with that one.
Yeah. This is gonna get. I mean, this is like a ton of volume. I think these are roughly the same, but like.
This foam already smells good too. You have a strainer?
Yeah, here, buddy. Strainer. You want a double? No, I guess you didn't crack it, did it? Okay.
No. All right.
All right. So then on the
that
back
is.
of a spoon. try and layer this on top.
All right. All the way to the top.
Well, hold on. I don't know if I don't know how much volume of. I mean, that
foam?
expands. Yeah, the foam expands, but I don't.
Right.
But we'll just go slowly a little bit. We might be able to get all the way to the top on both glasses, probably.
I think so.
But let's just. I mean, this is a very creative idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there it is.
It looks great.
It looks great, yeah. It's, I mean, like, it's really nice, really nicely done. It's starting to combine a little bit.
Right.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
And that foam is delicious.
It's pretty gosh darn
Yeah.
good foam, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to use a sour glass.
Oh, well, this is basically a sour glass.
We did good. I didn't see that comment until now.
I mean, I put my I put all my sours into coupes, but this is way too this has got too much volume for
Right.
like a 6-ounce coupe. Okay, what do you think? Okay, so good foam. Although I think that the foam could have used a little touch of sugar in it as well. Maybe to split the sugar base
Right.
in between. I'm not sure. Like, I'm gonna mix it in a minute, but like,
I just think that the initial one that I get is just the foam. You know, so I feel like I haven't experienced the cocktail yet because I'm just getting the foam.
right, and it's like you could sip through.
No, yeah.
But like honestly, you know, if you don't mix it, you're not gonna kind of taste it together. The other thing is I think it might be overly lime. It might have too much lime for me.
Yeah. I mean, I like tart drinks
I do too.
personally, but I can totally see how this is a little bit too limey.
But like what I
enjoy it.
think is that like okay, so first of all, the Chartreuse is playing up the tartness and the lime. Plus you're getting all of those like alpine herbs. But the thing about this cocktail, whereas like I think like honestly I want more dilution in it than a stirred cocktail is going to give you. It's a bit hot. It's not as combined as much. And then also I'm not sure that it 100% works for me.
Yeah.
Like I think it needs to like I know what they were trying to do where they were like a little bit of sugar inside the body, and then you have the Chartreuse in the foam,
Right.
and then when that mixes.
Cinnamon. We're missing cinnamon.
Oh, the cinnamon, cinnamon top, dude! I can't believe we mucked it up, and I got it too right here.
Oh.
He's like, the
Here.
creator's like, seriously, do it over.
All right, I'll do it over. Let's do it over. Yeah, no. I mean, fair. I did not put the cinnamon on top, but here, I'll do one more.
Like, you powdered it on top, so maybe we can still.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you want to put a little cinnamon on that, I will do
I
it
haven't mixed
again.
mine, so just make one this time. You know, put a little cinnamon on
Let's
mine.
see. Hold on. 3/4 of an ounce of Aperol. I think I got this. Round two. Hey.
I think we have enough foam for one cocktail here too. Give it another shake.
And what did we say? 1/4 of an ounce of lime in the first one. I just gotta like. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Redo. And then Demerara, 2 bar spoons.
I think it's
where's
on
my
that one right there by the spoons. By the spoons.
Oh. I don't know why I put it there. Well, I'm going to be useless at dinner time tonight. I will say that.
8-ounce scoop.
Instructions from the creator.
Yeah, okay. I think I have an 8-ounce scoop. I think I have maybe one. I don't typically use scoops that large, but I think I have one. Got to get the ladder out to get it because I don't ever use it. But ugh. Voila.
Cool. Cool. All right. Oh. There you go.
Oh, you did already? Cool.
Yeah, did a little bit.
Cool. All right. On the nose.
Good enough, he said.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trying to get
honestly,
one
Did it make a big difference?
I think more
Yeah,
than mouthfeel.
well-
You get like a drier mouthfeel with cinnamon, and of course the cinnamon taste.
I don't know. You get the aroma, and the aroma definitely plays into it a little bit for sure. I still think that you have both chartreuse in this, and you have Aperol in this as well. Both of them are adding sugar content, and both of them are adding a little bit of bitterness, and then there's more herbal stuff going on with the chartreuse. But I think that both the Aperol and the chartreuse are really playing up the lime.
Yeah.
And I think there might be a little bit too much lime in it still.
Okay.
Honestly, I like it better with a little bit less foam, so I don't know if I would go whole hog on like a big foam. I love the idea. It's like A+++++ for
sure.
creativity.
For sure.
I love the idea of having two different textured cocktails where you have something that's very like kind of light, right? And then also, depending on whether you're like, taking the pulp out of your lime, you're either getting texture from the pulp, or if you double strain your lime, you're getting like a very kind of sharp flavor like
Right.
throughout that stirred cocktail, right? Because like stirred citrus is like kind of completely different
Right.
thing, and you don't have the aeration, those little bubbles inside it to really kind of smooth out the citrus and the ethanol in the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's a very well balanced cocktail. I really like the little bite of bitterness on the back end.
Yeah.
My only problem with it is that it's weird. It's like you have 2 bar spoons of Demerara sugar, right? So you're getting those like Demerara sugar notes. You've got chartreuse in there, and you've got Aperol in there. All of that is like providing sugar content into a rum cocktail.
Right.
And yet still, I kind of feel like because of the choice of ingredients, that lime is amplified. And it kind of throws it off balance a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not a bad drink at all.
Not at all. But I was thinking maybe the foam would be good too in the little PSI. So you put 2 things of CO2, and the foam I think would be a little bit thicker, and might help with the cocktail. And thinking in a bar scenario too, it would be tough to have to shake dry shake a cocktail and stir it at the same time, and then slowly pour it. I think with the PSI would be a cool.
Right.
foam too.
I also stand by like, okay, so I tasted this cocktail with a lot of foam on the top of it. We had like a nice ounce and a half of foam on top of the original cocktail, and we just didn't put the cinnamon on it, which is our bad. But tasting that foam, I think it needed a little sweetener in it. Even though chartreuse is sweet, it still needed something else to balance out that lime.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't quite balanced.
Yeah.
But it is a very good attempt at a very good cocktail. I mean, it really has a lot of creativity going on with it. I just need a little more balance in the lime. If it had just a little more balance, you know, I mean, this would take me. And the cinnamon does have a nice aroma to begin with, but it's not a very strong aroma. And I'm not sure if that's because we're using Ceylon cinnamon, which is a little bit.
You're not supposed to like drink the foam. He says, don't drink it like a drink. Don't suck on the foam. So it doesn't.
Well, even if you have a layer on top of a cocktail,
I'm just reading the comments.
even if you right, but I'm talking to the guy who's making the comments. Even if you have even if you're sipping it this way, you're still going to get a good amount of that foam first. So
Yeah.
So honestly, like, I don't know. It's like this cocktail needs to be able to have those separate layers and then also combine into something.
Yeah.
It is good though. I like it. Okay.
And I love the creativity of a layered foam. You know,
the
it's-
creativity
it's
of layer. I mean,
pretty awesome.
like who thinks of that?
Right,
I don't know
exactly.
if I would have thought of that. And I
Yeah.
think that's a really great. That's a good call. I mean, the creativity of the foam is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Me too.
Yeah. He's still saying you made it wrong. It's supposed to be a thin layer of foam. So
I did put a thin layer of foam on this
Yeah.
on this
Right.
one.
Barricade thinner? I don't know.
Yeah, because that one
I
was
mean,
pretty
how
thin.
much thinner? The ingredients say 1.5 ounces of chartreuse and 1 egg white per cocktail. That's what I have as far as the directions for the cocktail. So
When you take a drink, it combines it. I'm not sure what that means, but
what do you mean when you take a drink, it combines it? I don't know. Let's see what he says.
that's what he said.
No, I know, but is he gonna I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to stir? Because we also did that. We also stirred this.
We did. We stirred it in. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I did a thick layer of foam
Yeah.
per the directions of what I got from Ryland, and then I also did a thin layer of foam on the second one because we redid it because I failed to put the cinnamon on top.
Yeah.
So I did it both ways. We mixed the foam in as well and tasted it that way, combined, so that we were combining the ingredients, the layers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to clean up a little bit, set up for the next one. We can hem it. We can talk about this a little bit more. I mean, I'll remake it again if I get other directions on how to make it. I just don't see how I made it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you take 1.5 ounces of chartreuse and you put it with egg white and
Yeah, it's gonna create a big layer.
He says supposed to
and
have
reverse dry shake.
glass to have a thin layer.
But how big of a volume of a glass are we talking here? Because we've got what, two and 3/4 volume, right? So then we're just add an ounce, 1.25 of water into that, right? So you've got that, and then you've got about 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of foam. You know, egg white expands as you shake it. When it aerates, it expands, and so it expands in volume a little bit.
Well,
Right.
can we read the instructions? Because he says read the instructions, try again. But let's just read the instructions. Because Marge says that this is how it looked when she made it too.
Okay.
Okay, this is a stirred and shaken layered cocoa served up in a sour glass. In a chilled mixing glass, add rum, 2 ounces, Aperol, right, 0.75 ounces, 1/4 ounce of lime juice, and Demerara syrup, which is 2 bar spoons. Stir well and still chilled. Double strain into a sour glass, okay? Which is what we've done.
He keeps talking about the sour glass, but
Okay,
it's
but
also-
this right here is 8-ounce glass.
Right.
This is a 6-ounce glass, and this is a 6-ounce glass.
yeah,
So,
big ass glass to have a super thin
Right.
layer of foam.
Right.
right, to have I mean, here you go. So, in a shaker, add green chartreuse, right? That's 1.5 ounces of green chartreuse. Then add 1/2 ounce of lime to that as well, and the egg white, right? Then shake that. So when you shake that, once the foam expands, you're going to have about 2 ounces of liquid, about. So you have your 1.5 ounces, you have a little bit more volume from the lime juice, you're going to have a good amount of foam. So I mean, I'll go get another egg and we can do this all over again, but it's going to be a thick layer of foam, even on this. Actually, the foam is not going to be, it's going to be too much for this glass to have all of it in there.
Right.
So it's going to be like a good amount of foam. So even in a glass like this that's very wide and 8 ounces, and he said 8 ounces to begin with,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's going to be like that much foam.
Yeah.
So even when you drink it, you can drink through that foam, and you can get the cocktail and the foam together in your mouth when you drink it, as opposed to just sipping on the
But
foam.
he also said don't drink the foam, but then what's the point of
No,
the
no, no,
Right,
but
but
I
it's,
drank the
how do
foam
you-
because I wanted to see how the foam
Right.
was separate from the drink. I wanted to taste them both kind of separately and together. So that was the point of drinking the foam. Like we got to kind of figure out. The foam is a little unbalanced. It needs a little bit. It's a little bit too lime forward. It needs a little bit more balance. I don't know if that's just from like splitting that bar spoon of Demerara and just taking
Right.
that second one and putting it inside the foam instead, or what. But it does need a little bit more balance.
Yeah.
I will make this again I'll do it per the directions,
We'll
but I'm just going to get drunker and forget more things in the next cocktail.
We're getting more comments about moving on than we do.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
cool. Okay, so all right, let's move on. All right. All right, let's set these aside.
But if people have pictures of their drinks that they made, please send them on. Then we can take
That's
a look.
true.
Did he take a picture of the cocktail
Yeah, John,
when,
if you have
when he
pictures,
made it?
send
Yeah,
it.
we'll post it, like right now,
Up to here.
in this stream. Oh, I mean,
Is that cool?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what that's for.
Okay.
But we also have just the new
Oh, you
ones
have
too.
other
Yeah.
ones too.
Like as far as
That
the EggWhite one, I mean, like
Right.
the Aperol one, we can no, the
Reuse?
EggWhite one just
Okay.
yeah, just
I did both of them on the egg white, so I'll leave them over there.
yeah, that's cool. Like we have more, we have plenty of. I have a whole drawer full of shakers. It's
I'm
not,
sure.
Yeah, not
I'm
a big
sure.
deal. Okay, so next cocktail up. The next.
Make sure you read it correctly now, okay? Follow the instructions.
Yes, Marius. Yes, Daddy. All right. This one is by Jordan Field. Jordan Field is a very active member of our Patreon and our Discord and has sent me many, many, many cocktail recipes. So I'm very familiar with his work.
Cool.
This one is a drink that he created in February 2022 for an original cocktail competition on our cocktails on Reddit. I don't know if you've
Okay.
been on that Reddit feed,
Yeah.
our cocktails
Yeah.
feed, where it received first place and where the required ingredients were tea and Benedictine. So when he saw the required ingredients, I quickly realized that there could be a theme of monks in my drink. Benedictine, falsely marketed as being associated with monks.
Very true.
Which is true.
Yeah.
And then with French monks, and then I don't know how. Okay. P-U-E-R, puer,
Puer. Like,
puer tea. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. I'm
think.
very bad at pronouncing things. Everybody on this
I
feed
don't
can
speak
attest.
French, but I think
Okay, so and puer tea, which is often truly associated with Chinese Buddhist monks.
so. Oh.
This might be my chance to finally use raw puer tea in a cocktail, which is apparently something that he really wanted to do.
Okay.
And for the uninitiated, puer is a category of tea that's been fermented and usually pressed into large cakes, wrapped loosely with paper so that it continues to age, develop over months and sometimes years. And then the flavor is, he says, fascinating yet elusive. He always picks out stone fruit in the cocktail, in the tea itself. It's got a little bit of minerality, not unlike mezcal,
Okay.
which will be very
Nice.
familiar to you. There's a fair bit of gripping tannic bitterness as well, which he has grown to love, which means that this tea is like, I've infused the Scarlet Ibis with the puer tea, which is for this
Okay.
cocktail. I haven't tried it.
That sounds
at
right
all.
up my alley. All
It
of
sounds
this.
kind of all up my alley too,
Yeah.
honestly. And then he has a very particular one from San Diego that he likes to make this cocktail with, but he said anyone would work.
Okay.
I did not get that from that particular place in San Diego at my own puer.
Got it.
Okay. And then, and there's notes of pear and apple, which I knew would work wonders in the drink, especially with mild fruity hogo of the Scarlet Ibis. That being said, use any sheng you want. I guess it's called a sheng. All right. Oh, he said, I had a chuckle when I imagined a French and Chinese monk having a tropical cocktail together, so I named it the Sabbatical. The word comes from the Greek sabbatikos, meaning of the Sabbath. Who's to say that it isn't that this isn't how a couple of monks would unwind after a day off? All right, yeah. Why wouldn't they? Okay, so here we go. To infuse the rum, add 2.5 ounces of rum and 1 heaping teaspoon of dry raw puer tea leaves into a small jar. I already did it. Infuse for 90 minutes, then at room temperature. All right, we're back. Are we back? Cool. You know, actually, I'm gonna do, my friend.
What's up?
So I'm gonna build them in 2 separate tins,
Okay.
as opposed to
One.
one.
One
I
tin.
will.
1 second, we're back.
All right.
In 1 second, we're back, or we are back.
We are back.
Take the
Yay,
slide
we're
load,
back.
too.
I hope you guys had a good break. It's a Marius sponsored break there. All right, let's continue with what we were saying. Okay, I'm going to be making these in 2 separate tins because it's a shake and dump. It's like a whip shake or whatever.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure that it comes across well with the right volume. Okay, so 2 ounces. So here we go. So we're going to do 2 ounces of the. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to practice what I preach and do this the right way. Okay, so 1/2 ounce of orgeat. Half an ounce of orgeat. 3/4 ounce of lemon juice.
Nope. Put it right there for you.
Oh, you did? Cool. I'm going to use this one first, though,
Okay,
'cause
cool.
it's like
Makes
half
sense.
cut or whatever.
I need to get one of those.
It is pretty dope, I
Yeah.
gotta say. All right, 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. Half an ounce of Benedictine. And then 2 ounces of our rum. This is the tea infused rum.
Got it.
Okay, you need a little pebble ice. This goes for you. This goes for me. There you go, sir.
Got it.
No whip shake. And feel free to shake until all of the ice is gone.
All right. So you can't hear it anymore?
Yeah, and get some nice aeration on that lime juice, that lemon juice that we put in here.
Yeah. And what glass are we using for this one?
Ooh, it calls for a rocks glass,
Okay.
and I like having my my really large, like 15 ounce
Okay, cool.
rocks glasses. So we're just gonna shake and dump.
Just dump.
Top it up.
Nice.
All right, nutmeg on top. And then
A little lemon wheel.
a little lemon oil. I'm trying.
All right.
Marius always makes fun of me because I don't get these really uniform ever. They're always like thin, and then they like.
Yeah, I do that too.
It's hard to make them uniform.
Yeah, for
Stick
sure.
that in there like that. All right, hold on. I think I failed to say the name of this drink. Yeah. It is called, Sabbatical. I did not fail to say the name.
I love the name too.
I know, I love the name too. It's great.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this guy Jordan Field is really good at telling a story, like
that.
basically making his cocktail. You can sip if you want.
Yeah.
It's, well, I'll be goddamn. That tea, man.
Right?
But it's weird because it has this weird fermented flavor on the back end, right? It's
that
weird.
Funkiness, and I love that. Man.
So it's like sweet in all the right places. It's still tart. You still feel the lemon juice.
Yep.
You taste the tropical notes of so Scarlet Ibis is rum from Trinidad.
Yeah.
It has that kind of hogo flavor. It's not overly. It's not like Dr. Bird or something.
Right.
It has those like fruit and the almost like rotted fruit flavors that like you'll find in kind of Jamaican rums, but it's a little more subdued and it's a little bit more balanced. But the tea.
Yeah. No.
You know what's funny? When I was infusing this tea, I was thinking to myself, there is no way that we're going to taste this tea in this drink.
Especially when you said it was like 90-minute infusion, right?
Right, 90
and
minutes.
I was like,
that's it.
that's yeah. And
I mean, even like booze is really good at stripping. It's like varnish.
Right, for sure.
It'll strip
Yeah.
flavor. It'll strip color really fast. But I was thinking to myself, like, there's no way that this delicate flavored tea would be able to be like tasted in
Present
like, with all of this stuff going on with the orgeat and the Benedictine. I'm pretty masterful use of sugar, right? You got your orgeat, giving you some nice mouthfeel. It's a little thicker, right? And then you got the Benedictine, right? So he did 1 ounce. So he did the 3/4 1 ounce reverse, right? So knowing that Benedictine has sugar, but not as much as simple syrup, it's not that sweet. He did 1 ounce of sugar. Like he did 1 ounce of like his sugar stuff, but one of them is a liqueur, so that balances out. It basically equates to 3/4 of an ounce of sugar and 3/4 an ounce of lemon, which is like that's the nice guy
blueprint right there.
daiquiri ratio.
Yeah.
That's like the sweet daiquiri ratio. But it's not sweet at all. But what I love about this drink is that you get the orgeat, you get the lemon, you get the hogo of the rum, but then you have this weird.
That funkiness,
like fermented funky weirdness like on the back end of this drink that is like so surprising.
No, you really. It's like you said, you get all the different ingredients, but then they all also work together.
Right.
So this is.
And then the nutmeg makes it taste like Christmas. I mean, makes it smell like Christmas. Which is like this is like a good. I like it because it's a refreshing drink, but it's very fall. It reads fall to me.
Yeah, I can definitely see a French monk and a Chinese monk having these together.
Definitely. Although I gotta say, dude, I don't know if I would drink this like on the beach. Like I feel like this is like my nightcap drink when I'm at the beach.
Right.
This is my nightcap.
You're back at home.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's heftier. It's refreshing, but it's like very hefty.
Yeah. And being Brazilian, like beach drink for me is caipirinhas,
Right. It's like sharp.
Exactly.
Not too, but it's like sharp and it's limey.
Yeah.
It's like P-U apostrophe E-R. It's a Chinese tea. Pu'er is what I'm calling it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it is. I did try it on its own today when I was doing the infusion. I just made a little tea with some hot water to taste it.
Yeah.
And I can understand now that I read the description of the cocktail and the kind of the description of the tea.
Yeah.
I get it. But what's crazy is that I when I was drinking it today, I thought to myself, there's no way this tea is going to read in a cocktail.
Yeah.
Like it's going to get lost.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
It really
It's
doesn't.
like a whole nother flavor, and it hits you right on your back palate after all the other flavors play out. It's really crazy.
Yeah, really. Because the first tip you get is that it's like refreshing and sweet and tart, and then it's that back. That like right now when I'm talking is I'm getting that fermented funkiness that I really enjoy.
Right. You have this, and it's like, and it sits right on the back of your palate, like right on your back palate, and you have that bitterness, right?
Yeah.
And I understand what he says when he says, I understand what he means when he says, I have grown to love this flavor, because it seems like a flavor that on its own, you might have to, it's like Campari.
Yeah.
The first time I had a Negroni, I spit it out.
For
So gross.
It's an acquired thing.
Right, but as you acquire the flavor for it and you start tasting the nuances, you build your palate, you can kind of understand it a little bit more. I love this drink.
Me too.
It's a fantastic
I really, really enjoyed that
goddamn
one.
drink. It's a fantastic goddamn. Everyone should mix this at home. We will post the specs.
I was gonna ask
somewhere.
the specs for these.
Yeah, we'll post them below. We'll put them in the description
is
below
awesome.
after the stream. This is a goddamn good drink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a hard time not drinking it all, but I also I
I'm going
can't.
back for more sips,
Right.
but I know we have another one to do. And now that the nutmeg set there a little bit too, I'm getting more of that nutmeg. It's very nice.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
here we go.
That was great.
That was a great cocktail.
Yeah, I
so
feel bad I'm
hats
not
off
drinking
to
it
you,
all.
Jordan Field. What's that?
I'm feeling bad I'm not drinking it all.
I know, I feel
You
bad
know?
too, but I cannot.
Same.
I cannot. I mean, like you drove over here, so,
Exactly,
you know,
I'm
and
really-
I cannot be like completely, schmackered later.
Right, yeah.
Um,
It's still
All right.
about to be 6.
I know. It's
Right,
like
it's
not even
early.
dinner time.
Yeah.
Okay. Next cocktail up.
Is this the last one?
Last one. I have high hopes for this one. I had a lot of fun making its components.
Nice.
Okay, last one. Put this here. I guess that guy can live there for sure. All right, here we go. So the very last one is called Botanical Breeze by Mighty Theus.
Okay.
That's his, I guess, his screen
This is
name
you,
on
uh-huh.
Discord. So I think the inspiration behind this drink started as a combo of building my own tiki bar in the backyard and my love of gin, which I gotta say, I love a gin tiki drink. I
right.
love a gin tiki drink. I was with a friend discussing how there weren't many drinks that combine the flavors of gin and pineapple, and I've always liked experimenting with my own cocktail creations and wanted to take on this challenge. I was already working on a drink based on one that I had a few months back that included rum, gin, cinnamon syrup, lime juice, and mango juice, but I felt the drink was missing something or had an off flavor. So when I subbed the mango out with pineapple, I liked it much better. This drink went through several iterations before I settled on this recipe, as most cocktail creations do,
for
really.
sure.
It started with a split spirit base of gin and rum, but evolved to only gin as I really let the botanical shine and complement the pineapple flavors. I really wanted to amp up the pineapple flavor without throwing off the balance of the drink. That's when I came up with the spiced pineapple syrup. By doing that instead of the pineapple juice, it really gave a great depth of flavor while still keeping the drink simple and at its core botanical with pineapple flavors. Okay. This one's a pretty self-explanatory cocktail. It's just 2 3/4, 2 3/4.
Nice.
I am gonna have to go really quickly to get some allspice dram, and let's just make sure that I have everything else.
Okay.
Angostura
get it
bit.
in.
Well, we have the Angostura.
One more shaker. Is this a?
So Angostura, tiki bitters. We got them. We got those tiki
I'm
bitters.
sure you do.
Here we go. Let's dust it off. It's been a while since we moved these. So.
Yeah.
Here we go. Tiki bitters. If you wanna get just to building it, you wanna build it?
Yeah, for sure.
I will go get the
We're doing
allspice.
should
I'll
we
be
do
your bar
2
back.
tins too?
What's that?
Should we do 2 tins or just build it all in one?
What do you think? I mean, this
How
one's
is it
more.
served?
This is. Hold on. I gotta look.
Instructions.
I was going to read it as we built it. I'm gonna give him the stink eye. So, shake all ingredients with ice, strain into a rocks glass.
Okay.
Garnish with 2 pineapple fronds and a lime twist.
Okay.
So, and then it's to make the pineapple syrup. So, I don't know if I have. Honestly, I don't know if there's any more rocks glasses that are chilled. Why don't we just like stick these in here? I don't know. If you want to do it in 2 tins,
We can.
just to like
Yeah, just to
make sure that like
we're doing it
volumes
right,
stay
right?
correctly or
Yeah.
whatever, then there you go. And I'll go get the allspice and
Okay,
we'll
cool.
try this out.
Start with the 2 ounces of the Citadel. I actually never used one of these 2 ounces right there.
Oh, do you want to use the other one?
No, it's fine.
I've got plenty
I'll
of
read it right
jiggers.
here.
Yeah, so the whole thing is 2.5, so that's 2 ounces. Yeah.
2 ounces right there, right? Cool.
And then 3/4 is kind of a weird, there's like a little mark. I'll show you where the 3/4 mark
Okay,
is. It's
cool.
like, that's the 1 ounce mark, and then that right there, that
Oh, I
little
see.
mark underneath is the
Got it.
3/4 mark. It's like it's like the weird unmarked. It's marked on the outside, but not the inside.
Got it.
Let's rinse this out real quick. Cool. So we're not combining flavors, although I do like a little split
Lemon
lime.
lime? Me
Yeah,
too, me too.
You get like the sharpness and the sweetness, and then
Yeah.
it's all tart. It's really
Yeah.
good.
It's a good pisco sour when you're splitting lemon and lime.
Yeah.
Cool. I just need you to unlock your phone again so I can see the recipe. There it is.
So 3/4 lime. This is the spiced pineapple.
Okay.
So I just want to, kind of tell everybody what's in this. So basically, what this is a 1-to-1 pineapple Demerara sugar syrup,
Okay.
right, with the addition of 1 tablespoon of molasses in here.
Okay.
So what I did was I brought it to like a little simmer. I put in 2 cinnamon sticks, about 7 cloves, crushed up the cinnamon a little bit, and then simmered it for like 5 minutes, maybe a little less than 5 minutes, and then I let that cool in a jar. And after I put it into a jar, I put in 1 tablespoon of the molasses,
Okay.
and then I stirred it to combine it, and then I let it sit for an hour and a half before I double strained all of the stuff out.
Got it.
So there you are. Yeah, it's like a molasses. It's like a
3/4,
molasses
3/4,
pineapple
right?
syrup. So 3/4 of each.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do 3/4 of
right
each,
there.
and then we're gonna hit it with 2 dashes. Double for these. But then also it calls for 2 dashes of tiki bitters. Now, if we know that 20 drops is 1 dash,
Oh man.
40 drops, or
Yeah.
I have found that you can do like that much.
Okay.
But I think I'm actually gonna do the drops.
Nice.
One.
Can somebody close the door?
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I know how you feel about that.
Cool.
2 dashes. 1 bar spoon allspice dram.
All right.
So we did 2 Citadel Gem 3/4 pineapple syrup, 3/4 lime juice, 1 bar spoon allspice dram, and then we did our bitters already, okay?
We didn't do this allspice dram. Yeah. 1 bar spoon, right?
1 bar spoon each, yeah. Cool. All right. See, the problem with doing a live stream where you drink a bunch of cocktails on a semi-empty stomach,
Right.
well, is that things start to get a little loose.
Yeah. I know how that is.
All right. You don't mind hand-flavored ice, right?
No, it's the best kind of ice.
Yeah. So you get a little sweat, a little saline from the
Exactly.
sweat, and then it'll enhance the flavor of the
Exactly.
cocktail instead of putting saline drops into it, right? Don't do this at home. Mm-hmm. Okay, or drop it on the floor.
It's impressive.
I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's enough. Okay. We're doing this on a rock, right? Yeah, we're doing this on a rock.
Yeah. Smells good.
Does smell good.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Semi-chilled here.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, nice.
The round up. Kind of what I was trying to avoid, but cool. Where's
Oh. You strain both. Let me do it.
All right, so hold on.
What are the garnishes?
We're gonna do pineapple fronds
Okay.
and a lime twist.
All right. Nice.
Probably get two. Let's make these look pretty.
Very nice.
Okay,
Cool.
cheers.
Cheers, man. That's a good drink too.
It is a very, very good drink. My only question is this. If you're gonna use allspice dram, even though it's in a small amount, allspice dram is super powerful. So
Right.
if you're gonna use allspice dram in a cocktail, would you then spice the syrup? Are we getting those notes of clove? Because here's the thing. You have notes of clove, but then you have
Right.
the allspice, and the allspice
Right.
is such this big flavor.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, and this isn't like a redundant question. My
Right.
question to you is, do you taste the clove? Do you taste the cinnamon? I will say that I use Ceylon cinnamon because that's what I have for cinnamon sticks here.
Yeah.
So the Ceylon cinnamon is going to be less powerful than
Okay.
like your normal cinnamon.
Right.
It's going to be like, I don't know. People call it the real cinnamon because it's like it's just got this really nice nuanced flavor.
Yeah.
It makes really great cinnamon syrup.
Yeah.
That's what I used. It's what I had on hand, as opposed to I don't know what the other type is. Cassia, I think it's called Cassia, which is like really, really like peppery,
Like,
and it has that like almost like big red,
Yeah, it's
kind of
very
like big red
intense,
flavor,
right?
super intense. So I'm wondering, does the allspice dram? I taste the pineapple. You know?
I do taste this pineapple, but I kind of want to taste a little bit of the of this right here by itself.
Do it, yeah, yeah. Here,
know, just
here,
to
here,
see-
here. Let's grab out a little. Let's
Yeah.
see what this tastes like. Yeah, it's a good call. I mean, it's phenomenally good. Like I love it. It's
Yeah.
it's like, You got the molasses notes playing with the pineapple. It really, the molasses in there kind of accentuates the pineapple notes, which is really weird.
Yeah.
I would think that if you put molasses into something, that like those molasses notes are going to overtake everything. But the syrup itself is super balanced.
Yeah.
And the cocktail is pretty balanced as well. My only thing is, I would think that like, would you take the allspice? Do you need the allspice dram?
Yeah, it's exactly what I was gonna say. I feel like, yeah, I wouldn't, because I want this to shine.
Yes, I want that to shine.
Yeah.
Because to tell you the truth, I like that syrup more than I like allspice dram.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I would take the allspice dram out. Not to mention the fact that you already have Angostura in there, so you're bringing in some tropical bitter notes, right? And then you also have the tiki bitters, so you're bringing in those like, kind of like, I don't know, again, tropical bitter notes, but two different ones, right? Angostura is going to be like really spicy, whereas the tiki bitters are a little bit more leaning on like tropical fruit.
Right.
And so and that's a nice. I really like that. That's like a nice interplay between those two bitters. Sure. I think that the allspice dram just doesn't do the drink any favors. So honestly, if you're watching, I think you should just take the allspice out of this cocktail. And then try it on its own. And if it's needing something, maybe you put something in. Yeah. There's a lot of things that you can do, but I think the allspice dram is really just overpowering the drink.
It is. And even, it's crazy, right? Because it's just one bar spoon.
Right.
But at that first sip, that's what I got. And that's why I wanted to try this to see what, exactly what I was getting.
Right. And honestly, I wouldn't mind it if there was like nice interplay in the cocktail. The problem with the allspice dram is that you've made this really incredibly nuanced spiced pineapple that's super interesting. Yeah. And it's getting outplayed by allspice dram, which I taste in every single tiki cocktail. Like, okay, yeah, fine, it's allspice dram. Like, I would much rather taste the spices in this. And maybe the answer is to intensify the spices here. Maybe putting like a little anise in here, maybe putting like some other, sort of fall spices, which is what seems like you were going for. I love this. I want to make something out of this.
Yeah, this was delicious.
It's fantastic. I think you've made a product that's better than allspice dram, and so take the allspice dram out of the cocktail and maybe rework this with rework the spice component of this.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly because this was great. I would buy a bottle of that for sure.
All right, so I mean, I think we're like kind of here at the end of the stream.
Yeah.
I think I know who I think was going to win.
Right. Yeah, I think so too.
What's everyone saying in the comments right now?
They're talking about how your faces look red. It's this thing on their phone.
No, I think it's the alcohol we've consumed. I'm so glad that's the conversation.
That's what's happening.
No, that's what happens when you drink alcohol. Is your face looks red.
Exactly. Yeah. I get red pretty easily.
All right.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah. I think. Hold on. Let's confer real quick.
We'll cut to a commercial break.
Okay. We're going to the Jordan Field cocktail because it's the most balanced cocktail.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, honestly. All right. So I didn't rehearse this big reveal or anything. Actually, I hadn't even thought about it, how we're going to reveal this. But we've come to the decision that Jordan Field's Sabbatical is the winner of this cocktail challenge. That cocktail was just incredibly balanced. And the thing that I love about cocktail creations is that when somebody who creates a cocktail tries to tell a story, when I am taken on that journey while drinking that drink, it's just like icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But it was balanced. It was really well done. It had a nuance of flavor. It had something surprising at the end with the kind of the ferment in the tea, which completely took me off guard and completely obliterated my expectations. That is going to be a pretty. That is the winner. That the drink is fantastic. All the drinks that were submitted were fantastic.
Absolutely.
I loved all of them for different reasons. But Jordan's the winner. So there you go.
Yeah.
So Jordan Field, if you're watching, hit us up in our Instagram DMs and we'll have a chat.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're all great. But that one was the...
All right, I guess that concludes this live stream. We made a big mess on the set and drank some very good drinks. I want to thank everybody that submitted cocktails. I really appreciate it. And honestly, I would like to talk to the creators of the first cocktail. I want to kind of recreate that again. I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. I want to understand what I'm doing wrong. And I want to taste that drink as it was intended by the creators. So if you could also hit me up on my Instagram DM so that I can recreate that cocktail, kind of go through it with you, that would be fantastic.
Love that.
All right, and just again, where can we find Lucas?
Oh, yeah. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at the Lucas Assis for everything. Like I said, I talk a lot more about agave spirits, but we also do a lot of fun, classic cocktails, modern classics, or my own, and all that. So find me in all the social media out there.
And definitely check out all his content because it's really great.
Appreciate it.
I mean, I check it out like every day because I love it. But you guys should check it out too. And I guess I'll see you guys another time.